Hello friends, today we are learning about the congestive cardiac failure. Other names are congestive heart failure and heart failure. Heart failure does not mean the heart has stopped working, rather it means that the heart's pumping power is weaker than the normal. With heart failure, blood moves through the heart and body at a slower rate and pressure in the heart increased. As a result, the heart cannot pump enough oxygen and nutrients to meet the body's needs. Then definition of it, heart failure describes the clinical syndrome that develops when the heart cannot maintain an adequate cardiac output. The heart pumps blood inadequately, leading to reduced blood flow, backup, that is congestion of blood in the veins and lungs, and other changes that may further weaken the heart. Then congestive heart failure can be divided into right-sided heart failure or left-sided heart failure. Can be either from diastolic heart failure, that is inability to relax, then systolic heart failure, that is inability to contract of a heart. Then right-sided heart failure, in that the right ventricle loses its pumping function and blood may back up into the other areas of the body, producing the congestion in a heart. Then left-sided heart failure, in that inability of the left heart to maintain its circulatory load with corresponding rise in pressure in the pulmonary circulation, usually with pulmonary congestion, and ultimately pulmonary edema may arise. Then causes of heart failure includes the coronary artery disease. What is coronary artery disease? It is a disease of the arteries that supply blood and oxygen to the heart, causes decreased blood flow to the heart muscles. If the arteries become blocked or severely narrowed, the heart becomes starved for the oxygen and nutrients. Then heart attack. It occurs when a coronary artery becomes suddenly blocked, stopping the flow of blood to the heart muscles. Then a heart attack damages the heart muscles, resulting in a scarred area that does not function properly. Then other causes includes the cardiomyopathy, damage to the heart muscles from causes other than artery or blood flow problems such as from infections or alcohol or drug abuse. Then conditions that overwork the heart includes the high blood pressure, valve disease, thyroid disease, kidney disease, diabetes or heart defects present at birth can all cause heart failure. In addition, heart failure can occur when several diseases or conditions are present and at once. Then risk factors includes the coronary artery disease, myocardial infarction, hypertension, diabetes, heart valve disease, for example aortic stenosis, and smoking and obesity. Then previous heart attack, congenital heart defects, cardiomyopathy, infection of the heart muscles, conduction defects, and large amount of salt intake. Now the congestive heart failure, in that two sides is there, left ventricular failure and right ventricular failure. In the left ventricular failure, in that for example ischemic heart disease, myocarditis, valvular heart disease, restrictive pericarditis. And in a right ventricular failure, it includes the, for example, cor pulmonale, right-sided valvular disease, right-sided myocardial disease, pulmonary hypertension. Okay, both condition leads to compensatory mechanisms. In that first one is the activation of norepinephrine atrial natriuretic peptide. Okay, it leads to the tachycardia. It leads to further stress on myocardium occur. And second condition, other side, activation of renin angiotensin aldosterone mechanisms, it leads to sodium and water retention in body. Okay, further stress on myocardium occur. It both condition leads to congestive heart failure. Then at other sides, it increase the myocardial contractility, it increase cardiac workload, so that's why cell stretching may arise and compensatory hypertrophy and dilatation may occur. Then blood pressure decreased, so that's why decreased blood flow or pressure to the kidneys. It leads to kidney releases renin. Then it leads to angiotensinogen. It is made up by the liver automatically. It secretes the angiotensin 1, and angiotensin 1 is converted into angiotensin 2 with the help of angiotensin converting enzyme. Then angiotensin 2 is creates the vasoconstriction. Then it increased blood pressure and automatically increased blood flow or pressure to the kidney. And other side, aldosterone released by angiotensin 2, so that's why sodium and water retention occur in a body, and it increase the blood volume and increase the blood pressure and increase the blood flow or pressure to the kidney. Then clinical manifestations in that left-sided heart failure. In a left-sided heart failure, due to left side left ventricular hypertrophy, cardiac output is decreased. So that's why symptoms are paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea, elevated pulmonary capillary wedge pressure, pulmonary congestion includes the cough, crackles, wheezes, blood-tinged sputum, tachypnea, and restlessness, confusion, orthopnea, tachycardia, external dyspnea, fatigue, and cyanosis occur in a patient. Then at other side, in a right-sided heart failure, it is also called as cor pulmonale. In that fatigue, increased peripheral venous pressure, ascites, enlarged liver and spleen, and may be secondary to chronic pulmonary problems. Then distended jugular veins, anorexia and complaints of GI distress, weight gain and dependent edema occur in a patient. Now the diagnostic evaluation includes the history collection. Patient history may include gathering information about the following: alcohol and drug use, history of hypertension including the treatment, prior chest pains or heart attack, recent viral illness, recent pregnancy. Then physical examination includes the physician looks for an underlying cause and assess the heart function. A stethoscope is used to detect abnormal heart sounds, that is murmurs, that may indicate a leaky or narrowed stenotic valve, and to detect fluid accumulation in the lungs. Then the physician also looks for the enlarged distended veins in the neck and for swelling, edema in the legs, particularly the ankles and feet, or the abdomen. Then electrocardiogram. ECG is a non-invasive test used to measure electrical activity in the heart. Electrical sensors called leads are attached to predetermined position on the arms, legs and chest to record electrical activity and help assess the heart functions. Then echocardiogram. Echocardiogram is an ultrasound examination of the heart that produces the detailed images of the organ. It can be used to detect abnormalities in the structure of the heart and to measure the ejection fraction of a heart. Now, cardiac catheterization may be performed in a patients with angina and patients with a history of heart attack to determine if coronary heart disease is causing the heart failure. This procedure produces angiograms, that is X-ray images of the coronary arteries and the left ventricle, can be used to monitor the heart function. Then stress test, exercise test. In this test, a patient simply walks on a treadmill while connected to an electrocardiogram, then MRI and chest X-ray. Then blood test. People may have blood drawn for lab test. Low blood cell counts, that is anemia, may cause symptoms much like congestive heart failure or contribute to the condition. Then sodium, potassium, magnesium and other electrolyte levels may be abnormal, especially if the person has been treated with diuretics or has a kidney disease. Then test for a kidney function. Now, management of heart failure includes the then treating congestive heart failure. In that, unload fast is a symbol. U means upright position, then N nitrates, L Lasix, O oxygen, AC inhibitors, digoxin and fluids, afterload, sodium restriction and test. Then medications. A variety of drugs may be used to manage the heart failure. The drugs includes the AC inhibitors. AC inhibitors such as the enalapril, Vasotec and lisinopril are the choice of drug treatment for people with heart failure. AC inhibitors promote dilation of the blood vessels and thus improve the blood flow and slow the progression of a congestive heart disease. Then diuretics and digoxin. The physician may prescribe diuretics to reduce the fluid buildup and digoxin to strengthen the heartbeat. Thiazide diuretics are effective for mild heart failure, but more potent drugs such as the loop diuretics, furosemide, are used for severe fluid retention. Then beta blockers. These drugs such as the carvedilol and metoprolol also can decrease the workload of the heart. Then aldosterone blockers, spironolactone, that is aldactone, and eplerenol, Inspra, block the activity of aldosterone and adrenal hormones that causes the sodium retention. Then drugs used to treat the congestive heart failure includes the, for example, vasodilators, captopril, enalapril, fosinopril, lisinopril, quinapril, isosorbide, okay, minoxidil, sodium nitroprusside. Then diuretics includes the furosemide, hydrochlorothiazide, then metalazone. Then inotropic agents includes the digoxin, digitoxin, dobutamine and ambrinon. Then drugs used to treat the congestive heart failure. Other drugs includes the beta blockers, that is metoprolol, okay, carvedilol and bisoprolol. Calcium channel blockers includes the nifedipine, delziam, verapamil, amlodipine and felodipine. Now surgical management includes the CABG, coronary artery bypass graft surgery, involves the use of a blood vessel graft to bypass one or more blocked coronary arteries. As seen in figures, the bypass restores the normal blood flow to the heart muscles. The graft goes around the clogged artery and forms new pathways for oxygen-rich blood to the flow to the heart muscles. The blood vessels graft usually come from your own arteries and veins in the chest, leg or arm. Then coronary angioplasty is a procedure used to widen blocked or narrowed coronary arteries, the main blood vessel supplying the heart. The term angioplasty means using a balloon to stretch open a narrowed or blocked artery as seen in a figure. Then third one is the implantable cardiac defibrillator. ICD is a small device that's placed in the chest or abdomen, and doctors use the device to help treat irregular heartbeats called the arrhythmias. Then intra-aortic balloon pump, IABP, is a mechanical device that increases myocardial oxygen perfusion while at the same time increasing cardiac output. Increasing cardiac output increases coronary blood flow and therefore myocardial oxygen delivery. Then left ventricular assist device, LVAD, is a mechanical pump that is implanted inside a person's chest to help a weakened heart ventricle pump blood throughout the body. It is seen in a figure. Then other valve repair or valve replacement surgery and pacemaker insertion and heart transplantation. Then nursing care of patients with congestive heart failure includes maintain the patient in high Fowler's position, elevate extremities except when the patient is in acute distress, frequently monitor vital signs, change position frequently and monitor intake and output and daily weight of a patient. Then nursing care of a patient with congestive heart failure continue, restrict fluids as ordered, teach the patient and family and provide emotional support. Then explain the side effect of diuretic medications for additional actions. Then use aseptic procedures when caring for invasive lines. Then nursing diagnosis includes the decreased cardiac output, activity intolerance, fluid volume excess, impaired gas exchange, anxiety and deficient knowledge regarding the disease condition. Thank you friends. Hope you like a video. Please subscribe my channel.